Canada had never won a World Cup match. Not in 1986. Not in 2022. Not ever. Thursday night in Vancouver, that changed. Jonathan David scored a hat-trick. Canada beat Qatar 6-0. It was Canada's first ever victory in the competition. It was also the biggest win by a CONCACAF team in men's World Cup history. And then, in the middle of it all, everything stopped. Canada had 52,497 fans at BC Place. The Prime Minister was in the stands. FIFA's president was beside him. The crowd was the loudest it had ever been for a Canadian football match. Then Ismail Kone went down. Qatari midfielder Azim Madibu lunged in from behind. Kone collapsed immediately, grabbing at his left leg. The stretcher came out within seconds. Coach Jesse Marsh confirmed afterward that the leg was broken. Everyone could hear the bone snap, he said. Kone suffered a fractured tibia and fibula. He will be out for 4 to 5 months. His World Cup is over. The stadium fell silent. Canadian players surrounded him. Some were in tears. Kone waved to the crowd as he was carried off, his left leg in a large protective boot. And then something happened that nobody planned. Nathan Saliba came on as Kone's replacement. 13 minutes later, he scored from a direct free kick to make it 4-0. Instead of celebrating, he ran to the sideline, picked up Kone's jersey, and held it up to 52,000 people. The stadium erupted again, not for the goal, for the gesture. That image will outlast every goal scored in Vancouver this summer. Here is what this night actually meant for Canada. Canada tripled their overall World Cup goal total with this single match. Before Thursday, they had scored a total of 2 goals across every World Cup appearance in their history. They scored 6 in one night. David became the first player to score a hat-trick for a host nation since 1966. He had not scored in open play for his country in more than a year going into this tournament. He scored 3. The 6-0 win equaled the largest margin of victory by a host nation in World Cup history, matching Italy in 1934, Brazil in 1950, and Argentina in 1978. Canada did not just win. They wrote themselves into football history alongside the greatest host nation performances ever recorded. No one will forget this, and no Canadian will forget this day, said Marsh, who held up 6 fingers as he walked off the field. But football has a habit of giving and taking in the same moment. Kone is 23 years old. This was supposed to be his tournament. He was one of Canada's best players in qualifying. He helped get this team to Vancouver. He was there for the first 51 minutes of Canada's greatest night. Then he was in hospital, preparing for surgery, while his teammates scored 3 more goals without him. His replacement scored, held up his jersey, pointed to his number. That was the moment that said everything about this Canada team. Not the 6-0 scoreline, not the hat-trick, not the Prime Minister in the stands. The substitute who scored and immediately forgot about himself. Canada now need only a draw against Switzerland to finish top of their group. That would mean their round of 32 match is played at home, in front of a home crowd. The momentum is real. The belief is real. The talent is real. The only thing missing now is the player who helped build all of it. Get well soon, Ismail. The game has not changed. The country watching it has.